Hi, you're watching Dog Ear Musings, and I'm Monica, and today we're doing a bit of a Q&A because we've got some new people on this channel, so I thought that I would answer some questions. So someone asked, I'd love to know your planning process. What do you do before you start filming? I start planning my videos usually a month or so before the subsequent month, so I usually plan out my month of videos ahead of time, and then usually a week before filming that video I'll write a script and edit it. Someone asked, what's my grandma's favorite book? So I have two grandmas. Grandma Diana's favorite book, I texted her specifically for this question. My grandma Diana said, well, she loves thrillers, so any thriller, but she also really likes Ellen Hildebrand and Jennifer Weiner, and they write kind of romancy books that are really fun. And then my Pati, when I tried to ask her what her favorite books are, she couldn't come up with any names, but she said for movies, she really likes The Sound of Music, and she said the last movie that she really enjoyed was Hidden Figures. Someone asked me, who are some of your auto-buy or borrow authors and why? So I have a fun stack of authors who I love and who I will buy anything and everything that they write or borrow. I have my used copy of Jhumpa Lahiri's The Namesake. This book was a pivotal book when it came out. I remember how much it excited my mom and my aunt and my grandma, because I think this story kind of really reflected my family's, on my mom's side, immigration story. This isn't everybody's experience of immigrating to the United States, but this book really mimicked my family's, and I just love how Lahiri creates characters, whether it's in her novels or her short stories. Whenever she creates a new story, I'm gonna be wanting to pick it up. Next one, Vanishing Half, Britt Bennett. So I'll buy anything that Britt Bennett writes because I love how she forms stories and through lines. It's very play-like, and I love that about her writing. If I am in the mood for the grotesque or the grimy, I will order Carmen Maria Machado or Mariana Enriquez. They both are really amazing authors at capturing horror, but going even deeper than the horror, and I love these books. But
you will beware, you're in for a scare.
Anything by Kathy Park Hong, I will eat up, whether it's poetry or her essays. I think that she marries humor and deep thought very well, and I think that she is really amazing at stringing together ideas in a way that is new and also unique. If someone wants to give me a copy of Ling Ma's new collection of short stories, I'll be all for it. I love how Ling Ma creates new, I don't know how often I can say the word new. She marries ideas and concepts that aren't necessarily new, but in a way that is new and in a way that is deep. And of course, Ocean Vuong. I mean, if you want an author or a poet who can create beautiful sentences, this is your person. Next question. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life. I know this is kind of cheating because you could do all sorts of different types, but I would pick tacos and then tostones. Anything that's fried, but especially fried plantains, are my absolute favorite. So I would have tostones and tacos for the rest of my life. But if we're saying that I could only have a sweet food for the rest of my life, flourless chocolate cake. And I think that needs no explanation. Favorite movie I've watched recently. That was really hard to come up with. A movie that stuck in my head most recently was Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. I hadn't watched that movie since I was 16, and I just felt so happy reliving that nostalgia. Lindsay Lohan was just so perfect in that movie, and all of those clothes, just peak fashion is that movie. And if I could steal anybody's wardrobe, it would be Lindsay Lohan in that movie. My favorite mythical creature. Danny DeVito. Nah, I'm just kidding. Probably a hippogriff. It's just a weird combination of animals. Who decided that there should be a eagle and a lion mashed together? It's very weird. Someone asked if you could unread a book. What would that be? I think that's a question for my Patreon whenever I get one. I don't want to start any beef. I think that's it. For questions. Okay, well, that was it for questions. Thank you so much for writing questions. I had this very insane fear that no one was going to ask me anything, and this video was going to be 0 minutes long and just me staring at the camera looking real awkward. So thank you. I'll be back at it next week with a book review. What that is, no one knows. You can tune in to next week. This has been Dog-Eared Musings. I'm Monica. Happy readings. Happy readings. Happy readings. That's it.